Okay, so here we go. We're going to build a cairn tower. Real simple. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can make it as small as 6, but if you want to make your life easier, go 7. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and build like this. And then like so. And this just turns into a garage for your mini, basically. Okay. Now, you don't have to do the bottom in metal. You can do it in stone, particularly initially if you want, but eventually you will want to upgrade it to metal. Now, this wall, you want it facing in that direction, and you want a doorway there, and your tool cupboard would normally go in that corner. And then you could have an additional box right here. And you can pipe that from one to the other, okay? And then I usually like to put it like this. And then we go with a spiral staircase. And we're just going to keep going up here. But as we go up, we want to make sure that we continue this wall. Okay? And the direction this wall faces is not super duper important, if we're being perfectly honest. Because if this gets raided, it's kind of meh. You're going to close that off. And then you can build these out as individual floors if you like. With a doorway here, or you can actually just wall this off and leave it as an empty void. I've done both. But I usually leave these just as empty spaces, and we almost never ever use them. The one thing that is difficult is knowing once we get to the top. Usually there's going to be a stability problem that occurs once we get all the way to the top. And that's kind of how you know when you've gotten as far as you're going to go. Okay, this wall right here is a very important wall. Rotate. And I think this will probably be the last. Ooh, those are all. Did I do any more in that direction? I hope not. Why are you like that? Don't do that. Can I? There we go. Thank you. Okay, hold on. I think that's as high as we can go. Okay, that's as high as we can go. Okay, so you can do this two ways. This can be your top floor, or you can do a hatch that we call a clamshell. Okay, I'm going to show you the clamshell design first, because it just gives you kind of one more floor. Okay, and you have to put it this way, and the thing you need to know is that this is going to block off this staircase, so you can only open this, and it becomes a real pain in the butt when you have teammates. That's literally all I can tell you. It becomes a pain in the butt when you have teammates. Okay. Okay, now we'll go ahead and fill in the corners. Okay. And you don't want that one to be a doorway. Kind of like this. these are going to be windows all the way around. Okay, and then these are all going to be floor. Okay, and then we need some... Actually, I need to identify normally which way I'm facing. I didn't build this in a specific direction, but normally I try to build them in a specific direction. You can either do north and south or east and west, but you need to pick two sides for your ramps. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And this one here is wall. But it doesn't have to be wall. It can be door frame. So in fact, we'll just do it as door frame. Just so we carry the stability up. You know what? Actually, I don't like that. Let's get rid of that. I usually don't place it directly over the clamshell. You almost never want it over the clamshell. You want to be able to come up and then go through it, and you want to be able to come up and go through it rather quickly from one to the next. So probably like that would be better. And we're just going to do sheet metal door. And you always want these to swing in. I don't think that's swinging in. Yeah, that's screwed that one up. And I don't know how to get rid of it. Great. How do I... how do I get... I've got a hammer, right? How do I get you... Hold down, use, unlock, remove lock, pick up. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay, and the reason you want them to swing in is because when you're running from Karen, you want to just be able to run your face against this door and duck behind it. Okay, and then close it. Okay, it's very, very important. All right. After that, we're going to do embrasures. Now, you can do the embrasures on either inside or outside. If you do them on the inside, you will actually get a slightly better angle, okay, to shoot from. If you put them on the outside, they look a little cleaner. So I'll do them on the outside here, just kind of because it looks clean. Okay, and then on the top, we need to do our spiral staircase that goes up. And you usually want this facing... Ooh, is that as far as I can go? That's as far as I can go. Okay. Ooh. Is there no Pookies? Huh. There's no Pookies. Okay, well. So we'll do a heater here. And if need be, we'll put a heater here. Okay, and then usually there is going to be a heater here. And then I usually put two lockers here with just a very slight gap in between them. And there is almost always a Pookie Bear right in the middle. And then the rest of this place is full of bags. Okay, I don't know what I just did there, but apparently I deleted that floor. think I hit a button. Yeah, I have no idea what I did, but yeah, now you would just you know, put all your bags in here. And you would put a button here, and that button runs to a timer, and then you can do your solar panels usually tucked underneath. I was trying to think whether I wanted to go turn no clip back on or if I just want to ladder. I'll usually put my solar panels under here. But another good place to put them is just way out here on this edge, facing opposite directions like this. That way you still have a nice, good spot to land your mini here. And by the way, the reason this is 3 wide is so that way you can put like a wood box here. And this wood box will contain your metal frag and your hammer for repairing your mini. And then I'll have another large box. Actually, do I have one in my inventory already? I do. Okay. Large box usually goes here and then here. And these are boxes for you to dump Karen loot into when you come back. Okay. And that's pretty much the entire outfitting of the Karen Tower. And I'll just give you a quick overview of kind of how it works. Okay. You would spawn here. You come in here, grab your loot. Also, hold on. There should be a fridge in this corner. Okay, facing the wrong direction, but that's fine. You guys get the gist. As long as you get it all fitting in here, right? So you'll grab your food, you'll start eating your food. As you're eating your food, you press the button. Okay? And then you will put on your kit, continue to eat your food, and then you'll come up here. Right? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, you pull out your sniper rifle. You'll shoot at Karen, and as soon as you shoot at Karen, you need to know that you can just drop straight down here. Okay, and then you can come out and you can take your fight with Karen, whether it's on this side or this side. You will probably want to put these ramps so that way. I put these wrong. I would put these on my east side and my west side. That would be the best way to do it. Because then the ramps are facing a different direction for when you... Can I actually pick them up? I can't. There is... Aha! That's funny. I was about to say, I know there's a button there. I think it's R. R is remove. Yes, R is remove. Okay. So now I need to go back up there and fix that. We're learning together here. And the clamshell, you always want to close it behind you so that way you don't trip on it. Okay, where'd it go? Here we go. Oh, wow. I did a lot of damage. Okay, and then ramp. Okay, see, if your ramps are facing this way, I think it's better. Rather than the other way. Yeah, I gotta be real careful with that. Oh, wow. Okay. But I think you guys get the idea. And the reason being is that Karen typically comes from the north or the south. She usually doesn't come from the east or the west. She does, but it's just not as frequent. She's normally not north or south. So you want to be able to get up on this ramp and then get your elevation by going this way. It helps with when you're trying to line up your shot, whether you want to be in this low position or whether you want to be in this high position. That's anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the entire gist of how to make a Karen tower. The wiring is pretty simple. It's a push button that runs into a timer, and you set the timer for about 300 seconds. Solar panels go into a battery, and that's it. Okay.